What is going on, comic fans? So, as collectors, there's definitely levels to this. We have our back issue dollar bin divers, we have our new comic book day warriors, you have your golden age gurus out there, and then there's another aspect of collecting that is a part that I have never really gotten into. That is until now. We're about to talk about how I just leveled up my collecting. So I appreciate everybody watching. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. And while you're doing that, check out the description below for some fantastic resources for comic book collecting, like Big Time Collectables online retailer, JustinComicx if you need anything clean, press, or submitted for grading, or if you need a place to pick up comic books and you don't have a shop, ABX Comics and Games has got you covered. They're also great for tabletop gaming. Just reach out to them, set up a pull list, and you'll never miss another issue again. So let's get into it. So comic book collecting is such a fun hobby to be in. There's so many different aspects to it. There's so many different ways you can approach it. And just to go ahead and put it out there, there's no right or wrong way to it, but there's definitely levels to this. As somebody who's here regularly on the YouTube platform, we kind of see a lot of people with similar interests. You have the people that are doing the new comic book day stuff. I do that myself. I love picking them up every week, reading them, but I also like my key issue collecting. I like to have those big books that are fun to chase down and you're not sure if you'll ever obtain them and you finally do. And it's a fun chase. It has that fun fulfillment at the end of it. And then you're on to the next one. And then you have like your elusive, like high rollers, those real golden age collectors who you don't really see hanging out on social media. They got Oprah money and they do stuff for their day, but they have these massive collections. But then there's this other aspect of the comic book hobby, which I haven't really dabbled into, and that's the original art collecting. So it's no secret if you follow me that I've been going back through collecting and reading through the Valiant Turok Dinosaur Hunter run. It's been fantastic. I've absolutely loved every issue, every step of the way, chasing down the books. They're ridiculously affordable, so it's been just completely fun. And one thing that I've noticed early on is some really big names in comic books were a part of this Turok run. Some artists that I extremely respect. Looks like he cut his teeth on this Turok run. I'm talking specifically about Rags Morales. If you're not familiar with his work, I highly suggest checking out the DC Comics miniseries called Identity Crisis. It is next level good. Brad Meltzer does the writing, so you know it's fantastic. And Rags Morales just does things with these characters that I had not ever seen done before. It's God tier artwork. And seeing him work on Turok and seeing him develop as an artist and get sharper and more concise, it's been a blast. So one thing that I wanted to do, because when I get into something, I can get a little obsessive. I want to just really live in the fandom, get the most I can out of it. Kind of like when a movie I'm excited about comes out and I loved it, I end up buying some merch. I collect the action figures. I just find ways to live in the fandom for as long as possible because that's part of what's so fun about this stuff. And for this Turok run, I was getting that same feeling where I just wanted to do more. I'm getting all the books, but what else is there? I've looked at the action figures and there's a few of them, not a lot to choose from out there. And some of them are actually kind of high dollar to get. So I'll end up getting that for certain at a better price than what they're listed at. But I wanted to look elsewhere. And you know, from previous video last week, I picked up this color guide, which is a kind of a form of original art. You have the original art, it's a copy of it, and then the watercolorist for that issue, John Celebero. I'm terrible with names. So it's actually painted by the artist, but original art is where the artist that draws the book has drawn it, and it's been inked over or not inked over. There's a little different kinds. I'm not great with it. I'm new to this. I'm new to this art thing, but I picked up a piece of an original art from this seller named Sonic Dan's Comics and Original Art. Now, this was kind of nerve-wracking because I have heard Mad Spidey, my buddy here on this platform, talk about how buying original art on eBay is something that he doesn't do, that he recommends against it. He's not a fan of it. It's risky. But old Sonic Dan here had 100% positive feedback with 28,000 items sold. So I looked into it. I feel like I crossed my T's and dotted my I's as good as I can do for somebody who absolutely has no clue what they're doing. And I ended up picking up this fantastic piece. Now, I did an entire video unboxing it and showing you how it was packaged, which was fantastic. You can see the package on the thumbnail, and included in there when I was opening it was this trading card at no extra charge, was just added in there, which is fantastic because I have that issue. So that's really cool. You got Turok and Chachak there with the big dinosaur, but that video's audio was messed up. So I'm redoing the video to get it out because I'm really excited about it. So what I picked up was Rags Morales original art. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I can't say it enough, but this fantastic piece is the original page that Rags Morales drew the panels on, drew the art on, and then what's something Randy, God, I looked it up a second ago. Something Randy came in and inked over it. So it's Rags and Randy's, and it's cool because when you get the light on it, you can actually see like the ink strokes and everything. It's really awesome, but it was a fantastic page that I found, and I was really a fan of it. You have Turok featured numerous times on it. You've got him discovering this house of horrors from this black market salesman of animal parts and what turned out to be human parts. He finds some of his native ancestors' parts in there where they're using their hair for potions and selling it on the black market. And you get this full emotional sequence of him going in curious, looking for things, and angry when he discovers them, and then just, man, he's fired up and he's about to go raise some hell, and he does indeed. But it was a beautiful page. Couldn't pass it up. And this is what the actual page looks like. So for comparison, from page to page, page to panel, just absolutely fantastic. So I don't even know how much something like this is supposed to go for. It's a seller that, while I was looking for this kind of stuff, just seeing what else was out there, I decided to follow that page, put it on my watch list, and they wanted $199 for it. And I remember doing some original art shopping at Heroes Con with my friend Becker and seeing what some of those pages went for. And I felt like that was a little high, but I did have it on the watch list long enough that a 20% off offer hit it. And I'm like, I'm going to get it. So that's what I did. I got it. And I'm extremely happy. It's something that I don't normally do, like stepping out of the comic book toy stuff. Because when you do, you kind of like don't turn back. You know, it's when you get that first CGC graded book and you're like, now I got one, now I want more, and you feel more comfortable buying the next one. Or it's like when you buy your first like 3-digit comic book. You know, you've collected a few here and there, and then there's that one you really want, and it costs $100. You never spent $100 on a comic before, but then you do. And it's so much easier to do it the next time. It's something you have to be careful of. I'm definitely careful of it, something that I pay attention to. And I feel like I might fall into that trap with this, because now that I have this and have it framed up and on the wall was where it goes right here, I absolutely am thinking, what else is out there? I feel like I've leveled up into an absolutely new aspect and area of this comic book hobby, and I couldn't be more excited about it. I was hoping that when I get this, I'll be like, all right, I feel complete, but that's never the case, is it? When we're on the hunt for something and we acquire it and we get it in our hand, we're happy, and then we're thinking, what's next? So I'm not sure what's next for me. I'm excited to keep reading this Turok book. That's what this one's from, Turok issue 12, page 11. Now I'm wondering what else is out there all over again. I appreciate you watching. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about stepping into the original art, if you have any. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that join button to become a channel member. It's a great way to support the channel, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, as always, remember, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.